guys, welcome back and happy Halloween. Today is Halloween. I wanted to upload a video on Halloween because I don't know if I've ever done that. I probably have. But anyway, happy Halloween. I'm so excited to do a zombie today. I only have a couple hours, so we'll see how it turns out. And I'm going to start by prepping my skin, which I've already done off camera. So I've applied kind of like a barrier cream to my skin. You could use Derma Shield or Skin Saver. Whatever choice you make is yours. So now I'm going to apply this encapsulated silicone prosthetic. This one is from Mel Products and it is the Angled Gash 2.5 inch. So let's go. These prosthetics in particular have a pretty thick encapsulation. The cap plastic is pretty thick in my opinion. So they're not as flexible as maybe I would make them if I were making the prosthetics, but when that happens, you can always put it in a place that doesn't have a lot of movement, such as like a flat surface, like on your cheek. Don't put them like in your, smile lines or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. I'll lay down a layer of Prosade, and then I'll pop it on, and then I'm going to dissolve the edges with a tiny bit of acetone. When using acetone, it's always a good idea to use a cotton bud that has a wooden stick because plastic Q-tips often will melt with acetone. And I like to get just a little bit on the Q-tip. And if you're doing this on yourself, if you're doing this on somebody else, make sure that they close their eyes and you close your eyes because fumes are not fun for the eyeballs. Fumes aren't friends. Right. Like I said, this cap plastic is very thick, so I'm gonna have to go in with some Bondo and fix these edges because they're a mess. I'm gonna do a little patching now. First, I'm gonna stipple on some Prosade on the edge. Now, the good thing about a zombie is that they can look kind of rugged with their flesh and ripped up skin and things. Some of the skin would be sloughing off, so that's the good thing. And you can hide a lot of things with a paint job, especially edges, with some mottled skin and just breaking up skin tone. And along these seams that are impossibly huge, I'm going to use Prosade cream. Prosade cream! And I've ripped up a little sponge. And I'm going to dab that on the edge. Gives it a little texture. Breaks up that massive fault line on her face. This seam here is not playing nice. So I'm going to take a cotton pad and stick a little more Prosade down. And I'm going to put the edges, which is kind of frayed, right there on that seam. And kind of pull away. You can go over that with latex, Prosade, whatever tickles your fancy. I'm just going to do Prosade since it's already here. And a little more Prosade cream. And you have a camouflaged edge. Well, as camouflaged as you can get. I'm happy with that. I'm going to let that dry and then we'll move on to paint. But now I'm going to powder with some Powder the Baby. Need to make shirts with that on it. And do like a little baby butt with powder coming out. Like a poof. Like a fart of powder. Okay, so now I'm going to use my airbrush. You don't have to use an airbrush. Use cream colors. Use what you have. That's what I've always said. But I like the spatter that an airbrush gives. It looks more organic. So I'm going to use this gun. This is from Harbor Freight. It's a central pneumatic adjustable detail spray gun, 4 ounce. This was like 15 bucks, and it's really nice for spatter work. What you got to do is turn your air compressor down to a very low PSI. That way it spatters more effectively. You also need to thin out your paint. So this is alcohol paint. I will thin it out with alcohol. The color I used before was called Pale Dead from Endura, European Body Art. Now I'm going to use Aged Blood, and I'm going to use my Iwata Eclipse gun, separate gun. So I'm going to do some contouring with this color, and I have thinned it down with the alcohol again. Also, they have started doing landscaping outside, so cue the music. Outside they're doing trash. Sorry if you hear that. I'm on a time crunch and can't wait around. I'm going to use my spatter gun again. I've mixed in the Aged Blood with charcoal from Endura as well. So here we go. And I'm going to establish the highlights again with Pale Dead in my little gun. So we're just breaking up skin tone with some red cream makeup. You could use lipsticks, you can use kind of whatever you got going around. Just the key is to get that paleness broken up a bit. And you don't have to blend perfectly, because this is just kind of skin modeling. Always focus around like the nose, eyes, mouth, ears are really fun to put some kind of decay coming out of your ears. Now I'm going to use a dark brown cream and intensify some shadows and help to tone down the red a bit. So I'm pretty happy with this going on. I'm going to do kind of a final contour with a color called Decayed, also from Endura. They make some excellent FX colors. European Body Art is the company, and their line is called Endura. So I'm just going to contour the face. Going in with a darker cream around the eye. I also like to emphasize the socket bone. You can kind of see like a sunken in effect. For this wound, I'm going to color it in using dark red and dark brown, because it's kind of a decaying zombie look gash. And if you want, you can fake another gash like on the forehead. Just draw it in. The world is your oyster, so add kind of whatever you really want as far as details go, veins, etc. So for eyeliner, I'm going to use Alkaline from Urban Decay 24/7 Slide On Eye Pencil. It's a dark kind of burgundy color. Find it very good for zombies. Because it's not black. Black can look a little harsh. So the contacts are in. I'm going to use this Aged Blood color and maybe drip it down my ear. I don't know, I can't really see what I'm doing right now. So we gotta hope that it's coming through correctly. Use a baby wipe to kind of smear it around. I don't even know what that looks like. I can't see. I hope this is working. I have no idea. Had to revert back to a contact because I couldn't see at all. And that's not what you want. You can use your hands to kind of smear things around. Move your body around so the drips will move. Had to get rid of those contacts and use a little brown eyeliner around the eyes. Now we're going to do the teeth, and we're just going to dry them off and use my tooth palette, my Fleet Street tooth palette. We'll do like tobacco. It looks really nasty and gross, so let's go. I think somebody knocked on my door. Shit. Teeth are pretty gnarly, and I've sprayed some alcohol on this to let it kind of melt down into the other makeup so it doesn't look like it's just sitting there. Now I'm going to use Silicone Flow Blood. This is the Robert Smith Special Makeup Effects in Zombie 1. It's washable, it smears realistically, especially on prosthetics, and it's mouth safe. So let's go. Let's have some fun. Oh, it's a beautiful color. I love it. I'm so weird. I love the color of bloods. Like when they do a blood correctly, it's kind of everything. So I'm gonna stick some in this gash. This blood is so beautiful. It's really gross though. I mean, it's really beautiful though. And if we're getting bloody, we might as well go for it. You know? When in Rome. So for the hair, I'm just spraying it with water. You don't want it too perfect. Make sure to get some blood on your clothes as well. I guess it's time to put it on my mouth. Remember not to swallow this. It really doesn't taste too bad. That's it for the look, guys. Happy Halloween. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you soon. I spit blood everywhere. Gross. Ew, it's everywhere. There's blood.